Which one?
One catch is that none of us have any idea what's going on. Have you guys ever seen Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah. No.
That's what's happening, just so you know. This isn't a skit that we practiced.
No.
Okay? So it's all impromptu, so don't be too harsh when you rate us on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay?
It's the next day.
Alright, Sean, take it away.
I'll go with you.
I give this permission.
I can see all of you from in here. I can't see the words. Then David moved down into the desert of Maon. A certain man of Maon. Oh my gosh. No, I mean, did you hear that back there?
Yeah, first time.
I've never thought that.
Thanks for stopping the story for that.
I seriously.
The cops call
I forgot what it was. A certain man of Maon who had property there at Carmel was very wealthy. Very well. Look at those money bags. He's got gold in his pockets, ladies. Not only does he have gold in his pockets, but he had 1,000 goats and 3,000 sheep, which he was shearing. That's why he looks so silky smooth. Shearing in Carmel. His name... Oh, don't turn it down. Come on, I keep losing my spot. His name was Nabal, and his wife's name was the lovely Abigail. She was an intelligent and beautiful woman. David, don't you forget that. I mean, Nabal. And David. But her husband, oh, what a dirty husband, was a Calebite! Was surly and mean in his dealings.
The echo.
I've never done this before. While David was in the desert, David being in the desert, yeah, that's the desert. He's hot. He heard that Nabal was shearing sheep. Shear your sheep, boy. Come on, shear your sheep. I don't think he's ever seen Whose Line Is It? He's not shearing sheep. He's barely sharing the stage with that awesome look. Let alone shearing sheep.
Shearing sheep means you're cutting the wool off.
Shear them.
Not
Shear them.
sharing them like sharing a sandwich.
That was a pun, bro. I know exactly. I'm the one reading.
I'm making sure they're understanding.
Okay. So he sent 10 young men and said to them, they're each 5 people. Guys, pretend to be 5 people each.
5?
Can I be one?
That's how diesel they are. Look at that American flag. That American flag can't blow in the wind. It's so tight on those muscles. Go up to Nabal at Carmel and greet him in my name. Go. Oh, sorry.
It's not working.
Say to him, long life to you. Guys, pretend like you're talking. Long life. Wait. Long life to you, good health to you and your household, and good health to all that is yours. Now I hear that it is sheep shearing time. When your shepherds were with us, we did not mistreat them, we promise. We were nice to them. And the whole time they were at Carmel, nothing of theirs was missing.
I hate that I can't take this in my actual.
Ask your own servants, and they will tell you. Therefore, be favorable toward us, my young men. Are you guys lip singing or lip talking?
Lip singing.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, they gotta move their mouths. They don't have microphones. Oh, sorry. Okay. Line, but hurry up. Since we come at... You guys are both talking. Both of you, 10 men, talk. They're both talking. Therefore be favorable toward my young men, since we come at a festive time. Point to your watch. Please give your servants and your son David whatever you can find for them. Please. When David's men arrived, they gave Nabal this message in David's name. Then they waited. Wait. Wait for it. Wait. Nabal answered David's servants. Who is this David? Who is this son of Jesse?
Who is this son of Jesse?
Many servants are breaking away
Many servants are breaking away
from their masters these days.
from their masters these days.
Why should I take my bread
Why should I take my bread
and water
and what?
and the meat I have slaughtered
And the meat I have slaughtered
for my shearers?
for my shearers?
I don't want to share, they're my shears.
I don't want to share. Give it to my shearers.
And give it to men coming from who knows where.
And give it to men coming from who knows where.
You gotta say it like I am. Yes, you can. Don't say you can't. David's men turned around and went back. They were heartbroken. They couldn't believe what a meanie Nabal was. When they arrived, they reported every word. He was a bully. That's right. I don't know if you guys heard that. He was a bully. David said to his men, "Put on your swords!"
Men! Put on your swords!
Nah.
Wait,
So-
they have swords?
This time they had swords.
No, I'd rather have 2 daggers.
400 there. Plus 200 more.
Sorry, you don't have a sword, Patrick. Patrick doesn't need a
Give
sword.
him the
He's got
Bible.
Guns.
That's a sword. Oh my god.
Okay, come on, serious. Put a lot to it. So they put on their swords, and David put on his. About 400 men went up with David, while 200 stayed with the supplies. One of the servants told Nabal's wife, Abigail, David sent messengers from the desert to give our master his greetings, but he hurled insults at them. Yet these men were very good to us. They did not mistreat us. I keep And the whole time we were out in the fields near them, nothing was missing. Night and day, day and night. They were a wall around us all the time. We were herding our sheep near them. Now think it over and see what you can do.
Echo.
Because disaster is hanging over our master and his whole household. He is such a wicked man that no one can talk to him. Nobody.
He's holding the sword wrong.
That's not how I roll. Abigail lost no time. She took 200 loaves of bread. There we go. 2 skins of wine, 5 dressed sheep, 5 sayas of roasted grain, 100 cakes of raisins, and 200 cakes of pressed figs, and loaded them on donkeys. Then she told her servants, Go on ahead. I'll follow you. But she did not tell her husband Nabal because he was a meanie. As she came riding her donkey... Come on, there we go. As she came riding her donkey into a mountain ravine, there were David and his men descending toward her. And she met them. David had just said, It's been useless all my watching over this fellow property.
I can't believe I wasted all my time watching that fool stuff.
Word. In the desert,
In the desert.
so that nothing of his was missing.
He didn't even miss one thing.
He has paid me back evil for good.
I tried to help him out, and he spit on my name.
In my face.
In my face.
Not technically.
Who said no?
It's me.
May God deal with... Wait, what? May God deal with David, be it ever so severely, if by morning I leave alive one male of all who belong to him.
If I don't kill every single person in his house by morning, may God judge me.
You gotta say it in third person now, that makes it awesomer. He said David.
May God judge Raymond David Cummings III if I don't kill all of his people.
That's what's up.
Ray Q. It's easier.
Ray Q.
Oh, man. Hold on.
Oh, no.
When Abigail, thank you. When Abigail saw David, oh, he's dreaming. She did not hesitate. She got off her donkey and bowed down before David with her face to the ground. This is why you picked this part. Don't get used to that, buddy. She fell at his feet and said, "My Lord, let the blame be on me alone.
It's my fault.
Please let your servant speak to you.
You may.
Hear what your servant has to say.
I'm listening.
May my Lord pay no attention to that wicked, dirty old man. He is just like his name. His name is Fool." I'm sorry, but as for me, your servant, I did not see the man my master sent. Now since the Lord has kept you, my master, from bloodshed and from avenging yourself with your own hands, as surely as the Lord lives and you live, may your enemies and all who intend to harm my master be like Nabal, that dirty old man. And let this gift which your servant has brought to my master be given to the men who follow you.
Thank you.
Take the food.
I'm going to eat all this with my
Look at those people.
Yo, fellas, we got mad food.
Please forgive your servant's offense, for the Lord will certainly make a lasting dynasty for my master.
All right, thank you. We get it.
No,
Please go back to Nabal.
It keeps going, hold on. Because the fight's the Lord's battle. Let no wrongdoing be found in you as long as you live, even though someone is pursuing you to take your life. It's such a good life. The life of my master will be bound securely in the bundle.
No, sorry.
Because she knows, because she's awesome. She's obviously, you guys just missed the part where she said she was intelligent. She pays attention. But the lives of your enemies he will hurl them away as for the pockets of a sling. When the Lord has done for my master every good thing he promised concerning him, and has appointed him leader over Israel, my master will not have on his conscience the staggering burden of needles, bloodshed, or of having avenged himself. And when the Lord has brought my master success, remember your servant.
Oh my gosh.
David said to Abigail,
Yo,
"Praise be to the Lord, the God of Israel, for you, beautiful lady,
thank you.
who has sent you today to meet me. May you be blessed for your good judgment and for keeping me from bloodshed this day."
Thank you for keeping me from killing that fool.
Wow. You deserve it. And from avenging myself with my own hands. Otherwise, as surely as the Lord, the God of Israel lives, who has kept me from harming you.
Thank you.
If you had not come quickly to meet me, not one male belonging to that jerk old Nabal
Everybody was gonna die.
would have been left alive by daybreak, done in the ground, under my feet.
On the mother. Oh.
Then David accepted from her hands what she had brought. Little children, close your eyes. Close them. Go home in peace.
You may go in peace.
I have heard your words. No, nothing. And granted your request. When Abigail went to Nabal, he was in the house holding a banquet like that of a king. He was in high spirits and very drunk. So be drunk. Pretend to be drunk.
Be tipsy.
Just fall over.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Threw me off. So she told him nothing until I was serious. I was lost.
1 minute.
So she told him nothing until the break. Then in the morning, when Nabal was sober, his wife told him all these things, and his heart failed him, and he became like a stone. Drop down! That was worth this whole thing.
I got it.
About 10 days later, the Lord struck Nabal, and he died.
You dead, fool.
Die! Die! Stick your tongue out and be like you're dead. When David heard that Nabal was dead, he said, "Praise be to the Lord, who has upheld my cause against Nabal for treating me with contempt. He has kept his servant from doing wrong and has brought Nabal's wrongdoing down on his own stinking head."
And I didn't even have to do it. Thank you, God.
Praise Jesus, praise Jesus. Then David sent word to Abigail, asking her to become his wife. His servants went to Carmel and said to Abigail,
Yo, Ma. What's good? I heard your husband is dead.
so she was all like, "Hey, yeah." It says she bowed down, but it's more like she ran down with her face up to the ground and her feet.
And they got married and they're happily ever after. All right, let's everyone give it up for Sean.